This is Barnstable Today. I'm Sarah Colvin. Agenda items continue to take a backseat to public comment at Town Hall. The Town Council's vote to amend the contract of Town Manager John Klim is still drawing residents to Town Council meetings. More than 300 people gathered at the Knight Auditorium last month. The Council met next on August 4th back at Town Hall, but that didn't stop residents from coming by. The room was filled with people eager to tell the Council what was on their minds. The Council did have a full agenda, but nearly an hour and a half passed before work could begin. Residents became emotional at times over the contract decision, the division of the Council, and much more. Let's listen in to what some of those residents had to say.
My name is Marianne Barboza. I have two quick comments to make. One is I've just learned that there are members in the community that are trying to get together a special meeting. When they started learning about this, a lot of people just don't follow everything that goes on. When they learned about what was going on with their manager, it's important that everyone know this issue is not going away. Whatever his decision is, we know it's going to be a decision that is forced by this board. So we want our feelings heard. The other thing is I've heard a lot of people talk about what his role is. We're well aware the manager works for the council. But is the council aware that you work for us? You know, we've put everybody in office, maybe different precincts, but we put you in office. You're supposed to do our bidding, not your own personal bidding, not the bidding of your friends. You're supposed to do the bidding of the people. Now, the last meeting, you saw, and I know some make their expressions and don't really want to hear, but you saw the turnout and the support that the town manager had. So just keep that in mind. So you're throwing away who we want. Believe me, people will be throwing you away. You do our bidding. Remember it.
It seems clear to many of us, Mr. President, that 6 of your councilors have gone astray, that they're working against the council and against our town manager. Just like Washington, we have a very divided and a very dysfunctional town council. I applaud your efforts and the efforts of 7 of your councilors to try to lead these councilors back into functional participation in this town council. However, neither yourself or the 7 councilors have succeeded in this effort. Sadly, I feel, my heart tells me that nothing short of apologies and resignations is going to bring an end to this terrible drama. I have 2 questions for any of the 6 councilors who are seeking to remove our town manager, and you truthfully are seeking to remove our town manager. Your stories seem to change, but clearly you are. Do you really believe that your actions against our town manager have been truthful, open, and honest? And do you believe that dragging this drama any further is truly in the best interest of this town? And have you considered that it is yourselves, not John Klim? And I feel terrible I never imagined that I would be here on any night, saying such a thing, but have you considered that it is yourselves, not John Klim, who should resign in the best interest of this town? Thank you.
I don't find it entertaining, fun, exciting, or anything else to be in front of you. In fact, I'm quite tired tonight, but I do find it necessary. So as a necessary act, here I am. There are people who still believe everything is fine and dandy in this town. But as you've seen tonight, there are people who have been asking questions, and we've been 2 of the ones asking questions, Patrick and myself, for a very long time, and we do not get answers to the questions. When we get answers to our questions and actions taken, you probably won't have to see us in front of you anymore. But since you don't answer questions, and the town manager doesn't, then you probably will continue to see us. Now, I'm not one who says that the 6 did anything wrong. Actually, I want to urge them to hold their ground. Remember, General Patton said, you don't retreat and then have to take ground twice. Don't retreat. Hold your ground. There had to be a reason why you thought this was a good idea. And I'm one who thinks it is. And I certainly don't agree with the idea of dragging it out until November. I think that's just prolonging the agony. I do think that the whole thing should be completed September 30th, and we should move on from here. So I'm not one who says, rethink, examine your consciences. I'm sure you've already done that. And I don't know what you're planning to do tonight regarding that act, but I say hold your ground. Don't take it twice. And as far as the rest of this business is going on right now in this town, you really do need a change. There needs to be a change. There needs to be a fresh perspective. There needs to be a fresh way of doing business. And I would ask that you really think hard and long about how that is not an advantage. It is an advantage. To just keep this going on and on and on, to be able to make one person happy. One person in this town happy. Somebody who said, I don't like Barnstable anymore. Well, there's a lot of us who feel there's a difficulty in Barnstable, and we don't like it either. So, trying to make one person happy makes no sense at all. We have a whole town of people. You need to consider all of us, and you need to think about what's best for all of us.
So I would urge you to think about the good of the town, how to work together in spite of personal beliefs or disappointments, and to answer the question I keep hearing, what's this really all about? And does someone want to be king of the hill? And is this a very convoluted way to get that power?
I've come to realize at this ripe age, in order for a community to be served well, there needs to be a modicum of respect and trust during its discussions and deliberations. When a toxic virus is inserted into its deliberations, this bug can then multiply exponentially so that the atmosphere is taken over by the sickness that prevails. Right now, our community has been infected heartily and heavily with this toxic behavior. And not surprisingly, this sick behavior manifested on a daily basis by counselors from precincts 5, 11, 1, 3, 13, and 12 is eroding citizens' needs for a healthy processing of civic issues. It is demoralizing for so many of us, as witnessed by the large turnout, over 300 people, on July 14th at Knight Auditorium. We need to return to open discussions, to civility, to taking care of the town's business in an efficient, straightforward, honest way. When you wear down the morale and spirit of a town manager, you also accomplish the domino effect of positive energy and hope lost and misplaced, that of town administration, its departments, and its citizens. If you are allowed to succeed on this downward spiral, many of us will sadly pronounce, we are losing our keepers and keeping our losers.
Town Council then spent 45 minutes responding to public comment before getting down to the business of the day. Councilors did approve an amendment to a regulatory agreement for 89 Lewis Bay Road. The council split on the matter of open meeting law complaints. Those will now be reviewed by the Attorney General. We'll be back with more on the August 4th Town Council meeting on the next episode of Barnstable Today. I'm Sarah Colvin.